They called it the Forgotten Spiral, a dying arm of the galaxy, swallowed by silence, dust, and the long shadow of extinction. No starships passed through, no broadcasts echoed back, just an empty silence where once there had been noise and life. At the heart of that spiral, there was one system, one yellow sun, and one planet that used to be loud, Earth. For centuries, Earth had gone dark, no messages, no ships, no signs. The galaxy moved on, empires rose, others fell, new species reached the stars, treaties were written, wars were fought, peace was brokered, but Earth remained silent. And then came the progenitors, ancient beyond time, architects of the archive, a vast galactic vault of knowledge, memory, and lost histories. They didn't conquer, they didn't command, they remembered, and they had one final entry to complete: humanity. They dispatched a scout, Unit 97, a crystalline probe of unimaginable intelligence, to orbit the long-abandoned world. Its first observation was chilling. Earth was dead. Cities stood like fossilized skeletons. Forests had crept over concrete. Oceans shimmered in lonely silence. No signals, no movement, only wind and time. But something lingered. In a school buried under rubble, Ninth 7 found a wall, faded, cracked, and on that wall, drawn in crayon by a small, long-gone hand, "We love because we are human." Signed, Amara. Age 6.97 paused. The archive flickered, and the download began. They searched Earth's ruins. They dug into servers buried beneath mountains, into memory cores preserved in satellites still drifting in orbit. What they found was not data, it was fire. They watched footage of humans dancing in the rain, of parents holding newborns, of lovers weeping at train stations, of soldiers jumping on grenades, of nurses holding hands with the dying, of astronauts laughing as they fell upward into space. The progenitors had seen many species. They had recorded civilizations that lived 10,000 years without war. Species that achieved perfect logic, perfect order, perfect peace. But they had never seen anything like this. A species that could be cruel, violent, self-destructive, and yet still choose kindness, still choose hope, still choose each other. The progenitors submitted Earth's entry for final review, but not all agreed. From the core systems came protest. The hegemony of Orulax, a vast, machine-based civilization, objected. "They are unstable," the Orulax said, "primitive. Their capacity for emotion makes them dangerous." "They burned their own world," others argued. "They destroyed ecosystems, built weapons to crack planets, and turned on their own kind." The tribunal was called. Every major civilization gathered, and the question was posed: should humanity be remembered or erased? The progenitors answered with silence. Then they played one final message, recovered from a deep space probe, drifting alone in the void. The voice was human, faint, crackling, full of dust and time. "To whoever hears this, if we're gone, then know this. We weren't perfect. We hurt each other. We made mistakes. But we tried. We reached for the stars with broken hands. We loved, even when it hurt. We forgave, even when it wasn't fair. We fell, and we got back up. And when the dark came, we lit candles for each other. Please, remember us. Not for what we destroyed, but for what we dreamed. We were human, and that means something." The chamber fell silent. One by one, the delegates of alien worlds stood and voted, unanimous. Earth would not be erased. It would be remembered. A new monument was built, not on Earth, but in the center of the galaxy. Inside, voices, songs, paintings, letters, tears, and laughter. It was called the Archive of Humanity. Above the entrance, etched into the stone in every known language: "We love because we are human," and every cycle, species from across the stars would visit, to learn, to feel, to remember. Not the most powerful, not the most peaceful, Not the wisest, but the most human. Because in the end, it wasn't our weapons that defined us. It wasn't our machines. It wasn't even our minds. It was our hearts, our messy, stubborn, aching, relentless hearts. And as long as the stars still burned, so would the memory of the species that once looked up at the night sky and whispered, "We are small, but we matter. We are flawed, but we care. We are mortal, but we try. We are human." And that is enough.